So I'm Ben Ward.
I'm Corey Dickinson.
I'm Kellen McCoy.
I'm Morgan Benedict.
So for this one, we are going to discuss our group outing that we completed tonight, and we decided to go and find some haunted place in Springfield, Missouri. Yeah, haunted place in Springfield, Missouri. And we chose the Albino Farm, which we will talk about if you've ever been there, how lame it was. But anyway, so what was your guys' first impressions pulling up to the Albino Farm?
I mean, I've been there once before, and I went during the day, so obviously not very scary during the day. Definitely first time going at night, and it was much better season to go because you're not riddled with ticks and disease.
I mean, when we got there, you can't even see what you're getting into, so you kind of get an expectation that there's going to be something, and then you get out there and there's not really anything too unusual.
Just fingers crossed you don't get molested by homeless people.
Yeah. Hoping nobody else is out there at that time.
Right.
So.
Yeah, pulling up to a nice suburb residential area didn't really give it too much of a scary factor. Only a couple minutes from downtown Springfield, just north. But at first, walking through the wooded area, it kind of gave it a little haunted, like somewhat scary feeling. But it was just abandoned buildings, get torn down, not much scare factor to it.
Well, I mean, when you can literally turn around talking about the subdivision, when you can walk out and then turn around and still see the houses,
The street lights.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to even have a sense of
Hear people outside having fun.
Yeah,
right.
Hopefully they could hear your screams if you were getting stabbed or something.
Yeah.
So, did any part of it really walking? We kind of walked a little past the Albino Farm, I guess you would say, just trying to see if there was anything else out there. Was there anything that surprised you guys out there?
No, nothing really surprised me. A couple buildings were questionable, like what could this have been? But I think the story behind the Albino Farm, which we can get into, was what really was the only scary part about it. That thought in the back of your head that there might be an albino freak standing behind me.
Yeah, well, let's just touch on that real quick.
I was following you through the woods.
Besides Corey.
Yes, that's cool. So, I mean, let's hit on that then. The Albino Farm here in Springfield, Missouri. If you're not familiar with it, has a few different myths, a few different legends behind it. One Kellen just mentioned, talking about an albino caretaker who passed away. I don't know if he was killed or murdered. I don't really know that part, but it haunts that area, I guess, supposedly. So I know Morgan had heard a few other scenarios.
Yeah, there was one of the rumors was that there was a hospital that tested on albino subjects to see how they responded to certain drugs.
And then a funny one about an albino family that lived out there that painted their lawn orange, which don't know why that would be scary, but anyway.
Scary only to old people who like their lawns, I guess.
Alright guys, so scale of 1 to 10, how scary?
I mean, maybe a 1. And only because it was dark outside.
Yeah, I told you guys the scariest part to me was climbing up that ladder and down on the silo. I mean, nothing's really scary about the farm at all.
Yep.
Not even a 1.
Not even a 1.
I think the scariest part was smelling the inside of the silo, which was full of homeless things.
Yeah.
So as you can tell, our consensus is it's probably not worth your time to drive out there. And maybe if there was a tunnel, just mention this real quick, there was a tunnel that we've seen in pictures that we were not able to find. If that's out there, that might be a little kind of something else neat to do out there. But otherwise, probably not something you want to do. Spend your time elsewhere. Have some fun. See you guys.
Thanks.